out to all of my Aquarius. So let's get into this. So cards that I come up with are the Five of Cups, the Judgment, the Temperance, the Ace of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, Seven of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Six of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and we have the Queen of Cups. So we happen to be in a situation right now where you, Aquarius, right? That's interesting. You, Aquarius, the Five of Cups, you tried, right? The Five of Cups. You're sad that a relationship didn't necessarily work out because you really did like them. The Judgment and the Temperance represents this being a situation for you where the Judgment and the Temperance is about you had to leave this relationship or this potential relationship that you could have had with this person because they were so quick to leave because they think that they're not going to get what it is that they want. So if it wasn't perfect, they didn't want to hang around you anymore. And you, Aquarius, obviously are not down with that. Aquarius is the zodiac sign of freedom. So y'all deal with the idea of if a person doesn't want to. I learned a lot from Aquarius, to be honest with you. Even though I have Aquarius in my chart, that's part of Aquarius is part of where my mentality comes from, where I don't hold on to anything or anyone too tight because people are running around out here doing a little bit too much. And that's what it is that you Aquarius know, that you had to stop hanging out with this person because you really did try. Ace of Pentacles, you really did try. You really did try to offer what you could because you like this person. But, it ended up Seven of Wands. The relationship between you and them ended up being too much work. But it's okay, Aquarius, because you still have a lot of other people to choose from. It's just that these people are just caught up in their own situation where they where they have an issue because again, they're thinking that they could be bought. So the thing is that with that being the situation, with that being the case, you Aquarius, you like them and you wanted to work with them, but you realize that can't work with these people because you can't be with these people because they're too caught up in trying to get what it is that they want. They're too caught up with that. Not even realizing that what they're saying about themselves is that they can be bought. Because in essence, regardless of regardless of what, if this is the thing why I keep trying to say, right? Regardless of the who or the what a lot of people don't understand is privilege or what people have. If you're allowing that to define you, you've got a serious issue on your hands because a lot of people think, well, I don't need you. You're just a spoke on this wheel. I'm a, you know, I got options. And then when you leave, then when you have people who can't be bought, those are the rare people. You are the rare people that couldn't be bought, that couldn't buy them. You didn't want to buy them. You actually liked them. You actually tried to be what in a relationship? You actually tried to give at your capacity and it didn't work. So, so kind of sick. So with that being said, got a headache, backache, body hurting, under the weather, sluggish. So when it didn't work, when you tried to give them what you could and that didn't work, they wanted more, and that if you couldn't provide exactly what it is that they wanted, they didn't want to be with you. You Aquarius was like, all right, cool. If this is what it is that you want to do, then leave, because I'm giving at my capacity to give because I actually like you. I'm not up underneath some sort of spell. I I'm treating you like a person. And the Seven of Swords represents this being a situation for you where the Seven of Swords is um, this is about how you need to understand that what you've got going on is you've what you've got going on is that you've got yourself in a situation where uh they don't care. You know, they're determined to continue to make it seem like you Aquarius are up underneath them. And the Five of Pentacles and the Six of Wands is you Aquarius don't care either. You're going to continue to move forward because, like I said, they're delusional. You know, again, a lot of people in the dating pool treat people like toys. They treat people like property. They treat people like objects, in inanimate objects. And that's a huge mistake because once you are not an inanimate object and money and gifts and things of this nature can't sway you, that's an issue because you really start to see that people who think that they have the advantage and tries to make those power moves, you can see that those people, like I said before, those people, they need help because they're delusional. They're caught up in the mentality of they got some sort of advantage over you. But once you change your perspective and you become okay with what it is that you have, you don't care. So the game that people are playing where, I'm better than you and I have certain privileges or whatever, you really begin to see how unwise that is because these people, their so-called advantages, their extravagance, it's reserved for them and good luck to them, but and I'm happy for them, but at the same time, is it really substantial to them? Does it mean something? Because you could be so rich to the point where you just start treating people like trash, everybody. And that's where it is that you begin to lose people. And that's the situation where they lost you. They thought that they had some sort of advantage, that they were better than you. And you Aquarius are walking away, even though you tried to get to know them. The Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups is that this is them just kind of caught up with themselves. Like they want you, but at the same time, they don't want to they don't want to relinquish the ego. The ego, takes an even bigger approach. You know what I mean? The ego takes an even bigger approach. And this is where you start to see, the essential breakdown of that. Because like I said before, people are not toys. So let's clarify the Five of Pentacles. They don't seem to understand that you're real. They don't understand that. So to clarify the Five of Pentacles, you have the Four of Pentacles. You have options too. The Justice, the Seven of Wands, the Emperor. So Four of Pentacles, they don't understand, or they're too delusional to understand. You have options too. You picked them because you actually wanted to get to know them, but they're caught up in their own delusion of what they think that they're going to get. So the thing is that the Justice now represents this being a situation for you where the Justice is that um you don't have to teach them that, it's going to mess them up when you leave. You already have left. It's going to mess them up because, you know, they're gonna rethink. I wouldn't be surprised in the future if they tried to call you back, but I wouldn't, I wouldn't go back if I were you, because people who have that type of mentality, they want you again. They're delusional. They're caught up in the mentality of, and you really see it. It's the same situation with me when people say stuff to me, and then I leave, and they think that they're so high and mighty, and then they come back, and then I'm like, listen, please stop contacting me, please. And then it's the mentality of, oh yeah, I can't be bought. I keep telling y'all this, but y'all, it's the same type of mentality for you, Aquarius. Aquarius is the zodiac sign of freedom. Aquarius is the zodiac sign of rebellion. This is why in the age of Aquarius, i.e. rebellion, you can't treat people like toys anymore. You can't. You can get away with that in the age of Pisces, but you can't treat people like toys. Why? Because you'll have a full-blown mutiny on your hands. People will start to ask questions, be like, who are you? Oh, well, I'm such and such. I don't care who you are. You need to relax before I calm you down for you. And then it's like, oh, so the Seven of Wands and the Emperor it represents just that. It represents just that. You taught them a lesson that they don't want to admit that they ended up getting taught, because you, Aquarius, you did what you were supposed to. You walked away. You didn't want to have anything to do with them after they started treating you with disrespect. Because like I said, you was given to them. You were generous to them at the capacity that you could be generous. So why they're wilding out and why they're doing what they're doing, who knows? But at the same time, they're doing what it is that they do, but their ego won't allow them to admit that something needs to be changed about them. So let's clarify the Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands is you leaving, like you don't care. The Six of Wands, the Four of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. So this is a situation for you where the Six of Wands and the Four of Swords is about how you wow, Six of Wands. Okay, to clarify the Six of Wands, I got to clarify with another card, the Knight of Cups, because you can't clarify a card with the same card. That wouldn't make any sense. So to clarify the Six of Wands, we have the Four of Swords. This is them thinking that you're going to be back. You're the best person that they ever was with. You'll be back. And that, sooner or later, you're going to contact them. And then you have the Seven of Swords and the Knight of Cups. This is about how, and when you do, they're going to be there to tell you, ha, I told you. Ha, I told you wasn't going to go anywhere. I'm too good. I told you. But what they don't understand about you, Aquarius, is you're going to keep it pushing. And they're caught up. They're a little bit too caught up in their own delusion in themselves. Because that's where the whole Independence Act comes from. A lot of people are not as independent as they think, especially if they're going out of their way. You know that they're inferior when they're trying to go too hard to make it seem like they're independent. I don't need you and all this other type of stuff. Oh, okay. You're treating them with respect. They out here wilding. I don't need you. This, that, and the third. Okay. Have a good one. Like, okay. It wasn't about whether you needed me or whether you didn't. Like I said, I learned a lot from reading the zodiac sign of Aquarius, studying the zodiac sign, liking the zodiac sign. You know what I mean? This is a learning process for me. This is a learning process. So to clarify the Queen of Wands, we have the Empress, the Hanged Man, the Justice, and we have the Page of the King of Wands. Excuse me, I said Justice, King of Wands, because the Justice, the same person is on the card. So I'm sorry. The Empress, the Hangman, the King of Wands, and the Page of Wands. So this being a situation for you where the Empress is, again, they still think that you're going to come back. They're still, they're still, they're really hoping on the inside, really, but they're trying to make it seem like you're going to come back, like, oh, you'll be back or whatever. But again, the Hanged Man is, they're really scared deep down, like, oh, this Aquarius may really never come back. I'm really out here wilding, but I need to hold up. I need to put on this front like I'm good or whatever. Like I said, whenever, for the most part, whenever it is that you think that somebody's not into you, especially today, more than likely they are, but they're dysfunctional. So they have problems really expressing that, you know? So they think that, everything is transactional where you could be bought over and stuff like this. Like, and then you have the King of Wands and the Page of Wands. So the King of Wands and the Page of Wands is, again, they know that there's a strong probability that you really are done with them, but they need to save face. So they're gonna try to make it seem like you're gonna come back, even though on the inside they're really sweating, like me. I'm sweating on the outside too. So the thing is that the Queen of Cups now represents. Oh, let's clarify the Queen of Cups, right? Queen of Cups represents the Chariot, the Ten of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. So this is something where, oh, one more card, and the Nine of Cups. So the Chariot is that at some point though, they're gonna take some time. They're gonna be a little bit more humble. I'll say that. Aquarius, they're gonna be a little bit more humble. The Queen of Cups, oh, I can't clarify a card with the same card. I draw another one, the King of Swords. So these four, the Chariot, the Ten of Wands, they know that you're not playing around, but at some point they're gonna have to kind of um, come to terms with the idea that you're done. You're not messing with them. The Nine of Cups represents they see you as a person who is actually better than them. And the truth is that that's really what it is. A lot of times the people who try to go out of their way, they know that the people who they're interacting with and they're treating like trash, they know that those people actually have some form of nobility, especially if it's tried and tested and true. But the thing is that these people got to be in a situation where they're delusional. They're caught up in their power trip. For me, I just kind of laugh at it because you really see how people try to go above and beyond. Like, oh, I don't need you. Okay, bye. What? Yeah, you told me that you didn't need me, so, or you told me that you didn't want me around. So have a good one. Oh nah, don't be like this. Well, this is what it is that you wanted, right? It's again, it's the delusion of I don't really need you like that. I don't I don't really need you like that. I have my own estate. Once you have that understanding of I'm accomplished in my own right, right? I'm accomplished in my own right. I don't necessarily need to work for you, nor are you my boss. Then it's the mentality of you've liberated yourself. You freed yourself up because people can run those games. This is why I encourage everybody here on the channel to not even run game because there's no point. People who run game are sad. You need to do all this stuff when all it is that you really need to do is stop participating. It really is that simple. Like how it is that I stopped participating with the lame trolls and the people who want to use money, the weird people who want to use money as a me. I don't care about any of that stuff. I don't care about it anymore. So congratulations, you've won nothing, right? I'm just going to build another way for me to create a form of income without having to deal with your goofy behind. So the thing is that the Nine of Cups and the King of Swords represents this being something where, and you've checkmated them since you left, because I'm telling you in the future they may be the ones to come back. They won't apologize. Oh, I'm sorry, but they're gonna come back. Oh, what you doing here? What? I'm gonna ask again because I don't have a problem repeating myself. What you doing here? Since you so fly, since you so hot. Oh nah, don't be like that. Nah, okay. Then so since you don't want to apologize, let's get up on out of here. Oh nah, you know what I'm saying? Don't be like that. Don't tell me what to be like or not to be like. Bye. I'm exercising my freedom. Have a good one. So they lost out on a real one. That's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to make this YouTube channel 3,500 subscribers by the end of January. As of right now, I have 3,477. Hit the subscribe button. 23 more. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the notification bell. Set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop these videos. Peace.